Dear students, is in the previous class I had taught you about the Bhakti heritage of North India. Yes, so there are so many saints is there. So among them, Kabir Das is a famous saint of Bhakti cult and was disciple of Ramananda. Yes, and Kabir Das was an adopted son of Muslim Uyghur couple. Yes, their name is Niru and Nima. They are from Varanasi. Yes, and next one is Guru Nanaka. Yes, so Guru Nanaka, he is the founder of Sikh religion. Yes, and he was born in 1469 Common Era. Yes, so at Punjab. Yes, that is Talawandi. That is in Punjab. So that Punjab at present that is in Pakistan country. Okay, so important work of the Sikh, that is Guru Granth Sahiba. Yes, so this is the important sacred book of the Sikhs. And next one is Tulsi Dasa. Yes, so he was also a famous Bhakti Marga, famous first supporter of Bhakti Marga in the North India, and he was born in Brahmin family. And also he has contributed to the Hindi literature. Yes, and also he wrote Ramacharita Manasa. Yes, so in Hindi in the North India, and that it is famous as a Tulsi Ramayana. Yes, and next one is Mirabai. Yes, so she was a renowned saint of India, and she was called as Radha of Kali Yuga. And last one is Chaitanya. Yes, so Chaitanya was born in Nadia, that is in Bengal province, in 1485 Common Era. Yes, so let us see. And also we have discussed about the influence of Bhakti cult. Yes, that is the result of Bhakti movement or cult. So Bhakti saints created harmony between Hindu and Muslim religions. Yes, and also Bhakti saints wrote in simple common man's language. Yes, and that's enriched the language of common man. So in this class we are going to discuss about the heritage of Sufi. Yes, so just as Kabir, Kanakdas, Chaitanya and other brought new awareness among the Hindus, Sufi saints among the Hindus, and Sufi saints brought awareness among the Muslims. Yes, so as like Kabir Das, Kanakdas, Chaitanya and other prominent persons, they make awareness among the Hindus. So similarly, Sufi saints, they have also brought awareness among the Muslim peoples, and they worked for the harmony between Hindu and Muslims. Yes, there are so many Sufi saints, they work for the harmony between the Hindu and Muslim religion peoples. And the Sufi cult originated in Arabia and entered India later. That is, the Sufi cult is basically from Saudi Arabia, and then after it entered in India. So let us see what is the meaning of Sufi. Yes, the word Sufi, it comes from the word Saf, that means clean and clear. Yes, Sufi means Saf. Yes, what is the meaning of Saf? The Saf means clean or clear. Yes, the Sufi saints were mystic and used to wear woolen dress. Yes, they used to wear woolen dress. So let us see essence of Sufi cult. Yes, so first one is God is one. Yes, what they preach? God is one and He is powerful, and we are all His children. Yes, and next one is encourage the good deeds. They encourage the good deeds, that is, they encourage the good works. And next, all are equal. Yes, there is no discrimination among the people. Yes, that is, we are all one. Yes, we are all equal. No one is higher, no one is lower. We are all equal. And also they opposed the caste system. Yes, And later on, Sufis were influenced by yoga, Vedanta, and Buddhist thoughts. Yes. So these are some important teachings of Sufi cults, and then after they were also influenced by yoga, Vedanta, and Buddhist thoughts. Yes. And dharma means love. Yes, that is dharma. What is dharma? Dharma means love. That is, service to mankind is important, are some of the philosophical thoughts of Sufis. Yes, they taught some philosophical thoughts. They are dharma means love and service to mankind is important. Yes, that is, we have to help those who need the help. Yes, so these are the some philosophical thoughts of Sufis. So let us see who are the important Sufi saints. Okay, so first, Nijamuddin Auliya. Yes, so he is one of the main Sufi saints and he lived in Delhi. Yes, you can observe the Nijamuddin Auliya Dargah, that is in Delhi. Yes, so he was the important Sufi saint and he lived in Delhi and lived a life of poverty. Yes, he lived a life of poverty. Yes, and masjid with thatched roof was his center of activity. Yes, so the center of his activity is masjid. Yes, and he refused the village gifted by Sultan of Delhi. Yes, the Sultan of Delhi, he has gifted some village to him, but Nijamuddin Auliya, he refused the village that was gifted by Sultan. Yes, and also he preached to the devotees who visited him to practice good qualities and kindness. Yes, so he had so many devotees, so they have visited to him and he also teach some qualities and kindness. Yes, and also good qualities. Yes, so one more important saint, that is Sufi saint, is Khwaja Bande Nawaz. Yes, so Bande Nawaz is a famous Chishti Sufi saint. Yes, so Bande Nawaz, Khwaja Bande Nawaz, he was a famous Chishti Sufi saint and he was the disciple of Nasiruddin of Delhi. Yes, so Khwaja Bande Nawaz, he was a disciple of Nasiruddin from Delhi. Bande Nawaz means protector of those who came to his shelter. Yes, what is the meaning of Bande Nawaz? That is, the Bande Nawaz means he is a protector of those who came to his shelter. Yes, and his original name is Gesudaraj. That means long haired. Yes, so Gesudaraj, it is the original name of Khwaja Bande Nawaz and that means long haired. Okay, and he knew Sanskrit language, Arabic, Parsi, Dakhani, that is Urdu, and many more languages. Yes, so this is important. Yes, so he knew about the Sanskrit language, Arabic language, Parsi, and Urdu language. Yes, and he settled in Kalaburgi. Yes, so you can observe, you can see the image of Khwaja Bande Nawaz Dargah. Have you visited this Dargah? Yes, very good. If not visited, just go and visited this Dargah once. Okay, so he was respected by the king Firoz Shah. Yes, and he wrote in Dakhani language. Yes, and his literature is still preserved in Kalaburgi library. Yes, so whatever literature he has created, that all literature still preserved in Kalaburgi library. Yes, and every year his Urus is held in Kalaburgi. Yes, so this is all about Khwaja Bande Nawaz. So next one is Chishti sect. Okay, so in Sufi cult, Chishti sect is important. Yes, so there are so many sects. So among them, in the Chishti Yes, or in the in Sufi cult, Chishti, it is an important sect. So Moinuddin Chishti is the founder of this. Yes, Moinuddin Chishti. He was the founder of Chishti sect, and he came and settled in Ajmer. Yes, and also devotion towards God, service to Guru, good life are the main features of Chisti followers. Yes, what are the features of Chisti followers? So they are devotion towards God, service to Guru, good life. These are the features of Chisti followers. And he had concern for harmony of Hindu and Muslim. Yes, and also he wrote in Dakhani, that is Urdu language, and Salim Chisti from Fatehpur Sikri was famous among them. Yes, so this is all about Chisti sect and Sufi saint. Yes, so heritage of Sufi, it is important. So they have created awareness among the Muslims. Yes, and they have worked for the harmony between Hindus and Muslims. And the Sufi cult, it originated in Arabia and then later it came to India. Yes, so essence of Sufi cult is, that is the teaching of Sufi cult is, God is one and He is powerful and we are all His children. And they have encouraged good deeds and all are equal, and they have also opposed caste system. Yes, and Sufi saints, they were influenced by yoga, Vedanta and Buddhist thoughts. Yes, and they have some philosophical thoughts like dharma means love and service to mankind is important. Yes, these are the philosophical thoughts of Sufi saints. So among them, Nizamuddin Auliya, he's the main Sufi saint and he was from Delhi. Yes, so next one is Khwaja Bandi Nawaz. Yes, so he was the famous Chisti Sufi saint and he was a disciple of Nasiruddin of Delhi. Yes, and next one, Chisti sect. So in Sufi cult, Chisti sect is important. Moinuddin Chisti, he was the founder of this sect. Yes, and he came and settled in Ajmer. Yes, so this is all about heritage of Sufi. Yes, so I hope all of you are understanding this. So thank you for watching video, and in the next class I will explain the question and answer of this lesson. Okay, thank you.
Sufi saints. In this module, you will learn about the Sufi movement and some of the well-known Sufi saints of India. Sufism is a reform movement which originated in Persia and became popular in India in the 12th century AD. The followers of this movement are called Sufis. The word Sufi has been derived from the Arabic word suf, meaning wool, and was used as a symbol of simplicity and a silent protest against the growing luxuries of the world. The Sufis protested against the materialism of the caliphate as a religious and political institution. They turned instead towards asceticism and mysticism. Sufism preached that God can only be reached through meditation, love, and devotion. The Sufis opposed rituals and were tolerant towards other religions. The Sufis were organized into 12 orders or silsilas. The word silsila means a chain, signifying a continuous link between the master and the disciple. The master or leader of the order was called as Sheikh in Arabic, or Pir, and Murshid in Persian. The Chishti Silsila is the most important Sufi order in India, as they adapted successfully to the local environment and adopted the features of devotional traditions of India. Some of the most important Sufi saints of India were Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti, Baba Farid, and Nizamuddin Auliya. Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti came to India around 1192 AD and settled in Ajmer. He preached that the greatest form of devotion to God was through service to humanity. He dedicated his entire life to the service of mankind. He thus came to be known as Garib Nawaz, or protector of the poor. He encouraged singing of devotional songs and qawwalis at gatherings. Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti passed away in 1235 AD. The place of his burial at Ajmer is an important place of pilgrimage. Baba Farid was the disciple of Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti. He preached that God is one and the importance of brotherhood. He encouraged people to live a simple life. He composed many verses in Punjabi, which are recited by both Hindus and Muslims. Sultan Balban was a devotee of Baba Farid. Nizamuddin Auliya was a popular saint who came from Badain and settled down in Delhi. He became the disciple of Baba Farid. He was against class and caste distinctions. He was popularly referred to as Mehboob-e-Ilahi, or beloved of God, by his devotees. His dargah at Delhi is visited by both Hindus and Muslims. Saint Nagore Andawar belonged to the 16th century AD. He was popularly known as Miran Sahib or Qadir Wali. The Kandhuri Urs festival celebrated at Nagore is attended by people of all religions. The dargah or shrine at Nagore is dedicated to him. Hindu influences are seen in the architectural style of the dargah, and the rituals performed, such as applying sandalwood paste, giving prasadam, and tonsuring the head. The Sufi movement tried to end the exploitation of the masses by the priestly class. The movement created awareness about the evils of superstitious beliefs. The Sufi saints taught that there is one God and all human beings are his children. They emphasized on leading a pure life and serving the poor and needy. They condemned rituals and sacrifices. Hindi, Punjabi, Bengali, Kannada, Telugu and Tamil literature were enriched by the Sufi saints. Let us now recap all the important points that we have covered in this lesson on Sufi saints.